What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dave Mo Flips Money Talk, Team Us 100%. First and foremost, I want to say God bless. I hope this video is finding you in immense wealth and health. With that being said, I'm going to show you guys how to leverage your credit again. So check out the scenario. I hooked it up with the owner of the dealership for my man to be able to use the floor plan, okay? Homeboy went out, and this is how we're gonna make $2,000 on a $400 investment. Real talk. So my man went out and he bought himself a car. The car costs, for even numbers, okay, $2,000. He put it on the floor plan. Boom. Okay. He then had to go buy an engine for the car. He took his credit card and he went to the place and he bought an engine for $2,000. Bomb. Okay. Then he had to buy miscellaneous fluids and stuff like that. Let's just include that into the $2,000. Okay. He had to pay the owner of the dealership $100 for using of the floor plan. He had to pay another $100 to the floor plan. So it's $200 to use the floor plan. So now we are at, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, $4,200. Okay. He then had to pay the mechanic to put the new, to take out the old engine and put the new, to do a motor swap. Plain and simple, okay, guys? So he did the motor swap. The motor swap was $400. So the mechanic only gets paid in cash or Zelle or something like that. No credit cards, no floor plans, no nothing. So it's real money. So my man goes into his pocket or Zelle and Zelle's the mechanic the $400. So at this point, he's into this vehicle for $4,600, okay? Keep up with me. He's in this car for $4,600, but it's only $400 of cold hard cash. Okay? He only took $400 out of any one of his accounts. Everything else is on credit. The most beautiful thing is this. The credit card that he used was a business credit card, which means it doesn't even reflect on his personal credit, guys. And this is what I'm trying to preach to you guys, okay? You can do this. This is simple stuff, okay? This is how the rich get richer, all right? Now, this is a very small level. This is like, you know, crumbs. But you use the same strategy to build up to what you want to do. Anyway, so we're in the car for $4,600, okay? He's going to wholesale it. He's probably only going to get about $55,000 to $6,000 for the car, but it's still good money. But I say to him, like, yo, while you're waiting, why don't you list the car? It can't hurt. Just put it up for $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, whatever you want, right? So he's like, all right. Turns out that he had already did that. He already took the pictures and got it up, from what I understand. I didn't see it, but I take him at his word. Then again, I'm not really checking for other people's cars either, so whatever. So he gets it posted up, and it's looking good, okay? So the day that we're going to send the car through the auction, ACV is going to come by. He gets a text message from OfferUp. I can't even believe he's still using OfferUp, but he is. And this just proves that it works. So I guess just advertise everywhere. I'm not a fan of OfferUp. It never have been. And the reason being is it says OfferUp. It encourages people to make offers on your items. So you're already saying that you want to negotiate, and it allows them to make offers without even seeing whatever it is you're selling. To me, that's a no-go. I'm willing to negotiate, but I want to negotiate with money in hand. Money talks, bullshit walks. Let's make this happen. All right? So anyway, these girls come through, whatever, they buy the car. So he ends up making, what did I just say? So he ended up making, actually, he sold it for, in his pocket, $6,400. So I have to do the fees real quick, okay? So $6,400. He paid the $200 fee for the floor plan. He paid back the $2,000 for a floor plan. So he paid $2,200. He then took $2,000 and he repaid his credit card. It was less than 30 days, so there was no interest, okay? He took, and that was everything. And then like all the miscellaneous fluids and stuff that was also on the card. So he paid all that back, okay? So what do you have left? So you just took back 22 plus 2, so that's 4,200 on, I think it was a $6,600 car, or 6,400. Let's just say 6,400 for argument's sake, okay? So you subtract the 42 from the 64, and it leaves you with $2,200. Okay, no, I'm actually, the math is wrong. It was actually 66 he got because he ended up with $2,000. So anyway, now he's got $2,400 left over. But if you remember what I said, he had to actually spend $400 in cold hard cash. So he replaced that $400 into his bank account, and his profit, his net profit, was $2,000. So was this a clickbait video? Not at all. Not at all. Okay? He legitimately invested $400 of cold hard cash and profited $2,000. He made a 500% ROI. Okay? A lot of you guys are going to argue with me, well, oh yeah, well, if that didn't work, then he would have to pay this back. If that didn't work, then he'd have to pay that back. Guess what, guys? It worked. So all that ifs, all that crying, all that moaning, it doesn't matter in this scenario. In this scenario, it worked. Are there risks? Yes. If it didn't work out and he did have to pay that money back, guess what, guys? He's got the money to pay it back. You feel me? Like, it's not that he doesn't have the money. It's just that he doesn't like taking money out of his accounts. Why take money out of your money when you could just use someone else's for a small fee and make money? That's the mentality, right? So I'm trying to adopt that mentality myself because I have a very hard time using floor plans and stuff like that because I've always been, I've always been a cash and carry type dude. Like where I'm from, there's no credit. You either got the cash or you don't. You know what I'm saying? You're what Biggie said. You think a crackhead gonna pay you back? Shit, forget it. So it's cash and carry, all right? And that's just the way it is for me. But I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to see it because I'm doing it with my credit cards. I am leveraging credit and I am learning more and more about it. I'm doing very well with it, relatively speaking, right? Are there people doing way better than I am? Of course. Are there people doing way worse than I am? Unfortunately, But that's it, guys. So in that scenario, you might not have a floor plan, all right? But you might have access to credit cards that are willing to cash advance you. And this is where I keep coming at you guys with this. Get that cash advance. If you have a plan, get the cash advance. If you have a credit card that's going to give you $10,000 cash advance, boom, get that money, put it in your business account, okay? Same scenario. You take $2,000, you pay for the car. You take $2,000 more dollars, you pay for the engine. You don't even have that $200 fee, so let's get rid of that $200 fee, okay? Then you take the $400 and you pay for the mechanic. Now you're in it for $4,400. You sold it for $66 and you made $2,200 profit, right? So what do you do with that $2,200? You take half of it and you make an extra payment towards repaying that credit because now we're going to build up your credit at the same time. When they gave you that $10,000 up front, they said, hey, you have 12 months to pay us back at 0% interest. Okay, so you take $10,000 and you divide it by 11. Yes, I know there's 12 months in a year. Guys, stay with me. Before you try to knock someone down, give them the opportunity. Why do I divide it by 11? Because that last month for me is cushion. And I have it set up where it automatically comes out of my business account. 10,000 divided by 11 is less than $1,000. So let's just say, for argument's sake, it's like $875, okay? So, or $900. So $900 comes out of my account every single month, okay? And it makes sure that I'm going to be, in 11 months, I'm just going to pay them back their money. And it does cost 5% for most transactions now to get that. So you're on $10,000 is 5%, it's going to be about $500, all right? If someone hands you $10,000 and you cannot make back, God, I'll tell you what, I would love to break down the 20% rule with you guys right now on compound interest, but I'm not going to that's a video that deserves to be in it by itself. But if you can't get 10 grand and double up, and really and truly doubling up is child's play. Like my daughter's 16 years old. If by the end of this, she turns 17 in 4 months. If I can't teach her in 4 months how to double up, then I should not be a parent. At least not a parent who's business minded, okay? As a matter of fact, funny story, that she's coming home today. She's got to go to work. Tomorrow she's off. Tomorrow I took the day off, not from work, but from the cars, so I can teach her how to start selling stuff on eBay. I want to teach her how to buy and sell because in my opinion, buying and selling is one of the easiest, fastest ways to build wealth. Now, you could take pencils, and you can go all the way up to friggin' commercial real estate. You could sell yachts. There's an individual that made millions selling tampons. The person that sells rubber bands, paper clips, all the stuff we take for granted, people are making millions on it because we don't think there's enough in it. Broaden your horizons. Anyway, back to your leveraging your credit. So now you just made $2,200. You're paying $900 a month. You still got your 10 grand because you got that back. So you got your 10 grand. If you wanted to, you could take half of your profit, boom, and pay down that thing by your balance by $1,100. Now you just dropped it down by a whole month, right? Or you could say, screw it, I'm just going to pay the 900 because there's no point in this scenario to pay down your credit faster because zero is still zero. You're not going to pay it off in one day and the credit card comes and say, oh, hey, you did so great. Here's a $2,000 for paying it off so fast. No, 0% interest is 0% interest. So I would leave it for the 9 months. You're already making an aggressive payment, and take that extra 1,100 instead of sending in the extra payment. Now you have 12.2. Now when you go out there, you buy another car and you do the same thing. It's just repetitive, people. You're doing the same thing over and over again. The one thing I'm going to ask you not to do is blow your nut. Don't go out there, buy one car and think it's perfect and you're going to flip it. You want to limit your liability, right? So what I try to do is, even as I'm getting into these newer, nicer cars, I'm still not blowing my whole wad on one nice car saying, yeah, I'm going to do that, because if something goes wrong with that one nice car, I'm stuck, right? But now if I take that same amount of money and spread it out over, let's just say 5 good looking cars, right? Instead of buying a $25,000 car, right? And I'm going to sell it for, hypothetically speaking, 30 grand. And it's a $5,000 profit. I'm going to take that $25,000 and spread it over 5 cars at $5,000 a car. Bam, 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 bam. When I sell those 5 cars, I'm going to make $2,000 profit, which means I just doubled up my money from buying one car for 25 and making 30 by buying for 25,000, same dollar amount. I took that 25,000, I bought 5 $5,000 cars, I made 2 grand a car. So instead of making 5, I made 10. Not only did I make more money, but I also kind of like took less risk, right? Because if something's wrong with one of those 5 cars, okay, I still have the other 4 to make back the money for the L I'm going to take on this one. And you're never going to take an L. You'll get it fixed, maybe break even, whatever. But you're never going to take a complete $5,000 L, right? And that's how I do it, guys. Anyways, I think I got a little bit off topic in the end, but I do think it was some valuable information. I will break down my 20% rule for you, and I'll be honest with you, if you are strict enough for discipline, let's say discipline, if you're disciplined enough to make that 20% rule work for you, you can truly find yourself worth $1 million in liquid people within 3 to 5 years, depending on where we start. And I would love to take you through this journey with me. I would love to show you guys that. And I'll be honest with you, I refrain a lot from doing videos like this because I'm not a flashy individual. I'm driving a 2004 Ford Escape, and I don't care. The days of me going out and blowing money and going crazy and trying to buy these beautiful cars just to show off for people I don't even care about, because, you know, in the neighborhood I was, we were popping tags. We were staying fresh all day long. All we wanted to do was get women, right? That was the only thing we cared about. How many girls could we take down? That was it. Now that I've gotten older, I mean, I can't say that, I got a girl now, but so things have changed, okay? And I'm more about building wealth. So I'm not a guy who's gonna show you, I don't have a yacht. But if I did, I wouldn't show it to you. I don't have a beautiful mansion, I have a beautiful home, okay? I'm not gonna show you my bank accounts. I'm not gonna lie to you guys and say, oh, I got this, that, and the next thing, so you could do what I'm doing. Take me with a grain of salt. If what I'm saying to you makes sense, then put it into action. If it doesn't, go on, you know, the gram. Go on the Snapchat. Look at how many of these people are getting called out now. I can legitimately go and rent a studio that looks like it's a fucking private jet. And I can have 2 of my boys sitting there with me with champagne glasses that are filled with like carbonated yellow water, all right, and dressed up, and it's a photo shoot, and then come to you and be like, yeah, just got off a trip on a private jet. Like, look into this, people. Everything you see on social media is probably fake, right? Like, it's just not real, and you need to know that. I'm giving it to you real, 100% uncut, most of the times unedited. I'm shooting videos in my damn kitchen. Mainly because it's comfortable. I get to stand up. I mean, I would like to have... Yo, I'm out. I gotta go.